What's up, everybody on YouTube? It's your boy VerdugoVibes and welcome to another video. This video Today I'm going to be talking about the shops which I'm going to be visiting in Japan. I've seen a lot of you ask for an actual list of Japanese stores, and because I'm leaving for Japan tomorrow, I'm very stressed because I have not started packing. I need to smash this video, edit it, and upload it so you guys can see it. But tomorrow I'm leaving for Japan, and I will be coming back on the 23rd, I fucking wish, the 13th of December. So if anyone's over there, wants to grab a drink, hang out for a bit, let me know, DM me, whatever. So today is going to be based on the stores which I'm going to be visiting in Tokyo. This is solely based in Tokyo. I'm not going anywhere else because I've been to, what's the other place? Osaka, so I'm not going to go into that. I didn't really quite like it, to be honest. So some of these stores, half of these stores I haven't been to, but the other half I have. So the ones that I have been to, I'll talk about in detail, but the rest will just fly by. In the description down below, I'm gonna have a link to a Google Maps, which my boy Tim O actually hooked up like 2 years ago, which has every single store from here, plus added ones that these you'd have to like Google yourself. But most of them are gonna be on that Google Maps link. So all you do is you click on that and it's got every single store marked so you know where to go. All you gotta do is just put in the address, bang, you're there, no time. And it's great because Google Maps, when you're over there, has the transport system being the train lines, and you can see which train line to catch and exactly how long it takes, which is amazing. So first up, I'm gonna try and go through this rapid because I've got a lot of shit to do. First up, Adidas store in Harajuku. There's also one in Shinjuku as well. Great stores because just the atmosphere itself, and they have a really great selection of Adidas products, obviously. You're into Ultra Boost, they're gonna have it. I know, hopefully, when I go, they're gonna have the 700, the Mauve or Mauve or whatever the fuck colorway that is, the Wave Runners. They're dope. They're fucking dope. Call me hype if you want, because they're fucking dope. Next up is the Nike flagship, which is in Harajuku. Nike flagship, I believe, is 3 floors, each curated into a category of sports, which is dope. And the last one being the streetwear, which is my favorite. They've got a great selection of Nike stuff. A little bit pricey though, it's the only bad thing. Conversion rate is just, when I went the second time and the first time actually, ooh, that Sunday's coming up, fuck. What was I saying? Oh yeah, the exchange rate is really shit, so keep that in mind, for Australians anyway. Next up, Supreme, self-explanatory. There are 2 locations that I know, Shibuya and Harajuku. I went to the Harajuku store and, customer service from Supreme, don't expect much. But, if you're into that, you might as well. And following that is Bape. Bape just overall is really great. Great atmospheric, and just the design of the store is really dope too. I believe the one in Harajuku, I think off the top of my head, had like a see-through glass floor, which is pretty cool. Next up is DSM Ginza, and that's one of my personal favorite stores I go to every time I'm over there. Because it's so dope, dude. There's like 8 or 9 floors, and each floor has that just specific style that they want you to look at. And I know one of the floors, you walk up the escalator and you just see a whole wall of Visvim shoes, dude. It's freaking amazing. And you don't have to go in there and buy anything. You just go through the store, go through each level of DSM, and you're just like, wow. You get so creative. You get very inspired as well. So walking out of there, you're like, fuck. I want to pull up so many freaking styles when you walk out of there. It's amazing. So I definitely recommend to check it out. And following that in Ginza 2, you leave the 8th floor, 9th floor, whatever it is. You leave and you actually go through Comme des Garçons perfume, which is pretty dope. You go through the fragrance section. You get that nice Wolf of CDG smell, which is like, it's sprinkled throughout each floor. So each floor just smells nice. And then leaving that, you go into Uniqlo. And Uniqlo is the flagship store in Ginza. I think as well it's 8 floors or potentially even more. And once again, it's just such a good selection. And Uniqlo being one of my favorite stores is freaking, I'm really hot right now. I don't know why. Being Uniqlo, one of my favorite stores. Hopefully they have Uniqlo U, but they also have like the collections that they have for the t-shirts. So I know they do the COS line, they do Naruto line, and like Dragon Ball Z and stuff. So it's crazy. Definitely go ahead and check it out. Following that, we've also got Kindle, which I'm going to leave because that is not an actual store. That is fucking thrift. Issy10 is a menswear department store, a high-end menswear department, all those high-end brands, obviously. But the only bad thing is that, once again, it's very pricey. Very pricey, and would not recommend because you can find some of that stuff secondhand too. So it's still a great store nevertheless. Atmos is, once again, just it's so inspiring to go in there because you see all the silhouettes of shoes that they fucking have, dude, and you're like, whoa, this is so dope. So that's a great place to go to as well. Opening ceremony, I've fucking been there. Opening ceremony is like I wouldn't say the low end of Dover Street Market because that's putting a negative connotation to it, but it's just similar but different to Dover Street Market. They still carry like a similar brands, but also a variety of other different brands. And opening ceremony as well. Just it's a very abstract store, very colorful, abstract, and just it reminds me. You know, what actually reminds me. Thinking about it now, it reminds me of the Faces cover of Mac Miller. Just the abstract colors. That's what they have. Greatest mixtape of all time. Don't fucking at me. CDG flagship store it's like an art museum. It's amazing. Like it's everything stone, and you walk into each section of the flagship store, and it's got the different line of CDG. So that's very great. Following that, United Arrows. I think there's Beauty and Youth United Arrows, and then there's United Arrows. It's a little bit confusing, but they've got like that low end streetwear and like mid end streetwear brands. So that's pretty dope. Next up, one of my favorites, which I'm going to head to the minute that I get there, is Head Porter. I really want to venture into the Head Porter scene because they have just a variety of different bags, backpacks, shoulder bags, waist bags. And being me, I'm going to carry, like, I just rented out this lens because, like, it's super crispy, fam. It's a Canon L series 28 to 70mm Mark II, and it is super heavy. It weighs as much as a fucking whale. It's ridiculous. So I'm going to be carrying that as long as my 10 to 18mm. We've got my mic that I'm carrying as well. I don't want to carry everything in my camera bag because it's very, very heavy. So having like just a crazy ass fucking waist bag, but also like shoulder vibes is going to be great because they have so many compartments and it's actually useful when you're traveling. So definitely going to pick something like that from Head Porter. Went over Uniqlo. I've got them all here, so apologies. Following is one like certain district. I don't know exactly what it's called, but there is Issey, there's Issey Miyake, Yoji, Rick, and also Cavemt, and then there's like heaps more, but I can't remember. I think as well as Helmut Lane's there as well. Can't remember what district it is, but all those variety of stores, self-explanatory. Rick Owens being one of my favorite store I've ever been to. I just highly recommend. Even if you're not into Rick, dude, go in there and you're gonna walk out and be like, all right, I'm into Rick now. Like, trust me. You will. Yoji I didn't go into, Issey I didn't go into either, but I will this time around. If you watch my first podcast, that explains why I didn't go. The ones that I haven't been to, that I've got listed here is Beams Plus or Beams, and also Nepenthes, which I cannot wait, and also Chrome Hearts. Chrome Hearts, specializing in jewelry, is amazing, but it is pricey. I mean, you can hold your value when you do buy over there, but you can try and find a similar vibe when you go to the thrifting, and that's the next section. Thrifting, dude. Thrifting in Japan is such a big thing, and every single place is amazing when you go. I've only ever been to a couple stores. So the first one's being Ragtag. I've mentioned this shitload of times when I was over in Japan. I'm speaking so fast, dude. I'm running out of fucking breath. I've been to a lot of Ragtags when I was over there, and some of them I didn't find anything, but that was just maybe because of the day. But I mean, just go in, dude, and just fucking sift through everything, and you're gonna find something. And back then when I went, I was a really big dude, so nothing fit me. This time around, some of the stuff hopefully will fit me better, and I just can't wait. And the next one is Kindle as well, which is basically a high-end, a really, really high-end version of Ragtag. Kindle has first floor. This is the one in Shibuya anyway. I think there's a variety of stores. First floor is curated mostly in hypebeast products, but then you go to the bottom floor, and they also just have fucking variety of high-end brands, but the only thing is some of it can be expensive, so just be mindful. Now, I believe also in the Shibuya section, I don't know why I'm looking up as if I'm looking to the distance, like as if I'm there. Going to the third floor of the Kindle is a lot of archived Japanese style brands, so that's also something to look out for. Following that, everything else I've never ever been to. So we've got Chicago, Flamingo, Kinji, Bingo, bars upon bars upon bars. Sunny Side Up is one that I've been following on Instagram a lot, and that's located in Shimokitazawa. That's one district that if you want to go thrifting, just fucking go there because you're gonna have the time of your life. Sunny Side Up is just vintage products, like a lot of corduroy shirts and a lot of just corduroy trousers, dude. So if you're into that, which I'm into the corduroy shirts, definitely go ahead and check it out. So Sunny Side Up. Big Time is military curated store, so that's something if you're into that military aesthetic, definitely go ahead and check it out. Depending on the prices though, it depends, because some of the vintage stores can be very overpriced and they just mark up everything because it's curated. So hence why big time, I haven't been, but I would assume because it's curated, it's going to be a lot of money. So just be mindful. And look, what I mean by a lot of money, you're only paying like $150 for like an outerwear piece. But some places, like towards the bottom of this list, are only like 600 yen. Pinnap is another one. Laboratory as well. Also Don Don Down, which I believe each day or sometimes 1 week, one day has a special sale, and it's located in Kyoonji. God, probably whoever's watching this that's from Japan is probably screaming at this screen right now. I apologize. One that I actually found the name for, I mentioned in my first podcast, is called The Garage. The Garage is one large warehouse where everything in there is homemade. Sorry, it is handmade. So it's a big warehouse and it's divided into the separate local designers from Japan, and everything there is handmade. And some stores, or I can't remember what the name, one of them has like one place within that large warehouse, one designer there only sells everything for 680 yen each. 680 yen is roughly about $8 Australian or $9, and that's for anything. Outerwear, trousers, t-shirts, whatever, it costs that much, which is insane. And following that from The Garage, another one is called Stick Out, and these are just like very local, just tucked away thrift stores all based in Shimokitazawa, most of these ones. So Stick Out, every item in there is 700 yen. Next up is the New York Joe Exchange, which is kind of like borderline Flamingo and Chicago and Kinji type mainstream. So you might be paying for a lot, but you know, you can find your steals every now and then. Next up, it's Eco Wear Market. Local, tucked away. No one really knows about it, so definitely go and check it out. Last but not least, not clothing related, but there's one called Swing Toys. It's just retro toys, and it's located near Shimokitazawa, next to the train station, which is pretty dope. So that concludes the video of the Japanese stores. Hopefully you guys did enjoy it. Make sure you subscribe, because your boy is going to be posting a lot of content when I'm over there, based in Japan, because I love the culture over there. It's so amazing, dude, and I really want to move there, but it's just like a big leap of faith that I just don't know whether to take or not. So if you did enjoy it, make sure to hit the like button, subscribe, because the next video is going to be a podcast between me and Christian Ray. Yes, we're going to be doing a podcast together. We're going to talk about like anything. So if you have any questions, make sure you let us know in the comments down below and we'll answer it for you. And then I'll also be doing podcasts when I'm in Japan as well, just to really just get the whole atmosphere of Japanese in one entire podcast, and go out about into a fucking park or something and just chill for like fucking 45 minutes to an hour and just talk shit with you guys. So yeah, with that all being said, hopefully you guys did enjoy. I will see you guys in the next one. I'm out, guys.